Morning guys, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, the sun's just come up and I'm going to go record a time lapse of us rocking up to Antigua. So let's get up on deck. Arrived down in Antigua in St. John's in the capital, and it seems nice, it seems quite quaint, so I think we're going to have a wander into the town soon, see what it has to offer. But we've parked in between two huge cruise ships. This one here is a Royal Caribbean and it's got a slide. There's a slide on it. And the one next door to us, the other side, has got a helipad on it. It's ridiculous.
I see it all. I love you. I see it all. I love you any kind of way. I see it all. I love you. I see it all.
So today in Antigua we went to Valley Beach, I think it was called. Don't really know the name of it. In a bit of a fluster, we last minute decided that we wanted to go to the beach. Whoa. And we managed to cut a bit of a deal with the taxi driver. So we headed over to the beach for a few hours, which was amazing. And the water, oh my gosh, was ridiculous. And also, one thing to do with the vlog I want to mention as well, for those of you that speak video, I've just landed the video on shutter priority. So when I'm vlogging, I'm in 25 frames a second, and I'm leaving the shutter at 1/50th, and then when I'm in slow motion, 50 frames a second, 100 in shutter priority, 100 frames a second. Right, I've got to put you down because I've got to get back on the ship. It's a bit of a jump in time because a few hours ago I was walking back on the ship and just went sunbathed, and we sort of just fell asleep. Hang on, we're going up or down?
I went down, and now we're going to go up. What
we're going to do, the sun is setting and we're leaving Antigua now. So before we go down to dinner, how good does this little lady look as well? She looks foxy. We are going to go and photograph some of the sunset, because the sunset's around about 5:30 in the Caribbean this time of year, which is cool. And there's going to be a little bit of a party as well, so that'll be fun. Woo! So we're up on deck and I'm just doing a time lapse, and I think when I'm on these cruises, it's the second cruise now I've done, and one of the best things about cruising photography wise is being able to do time lapses. So if you stick it on something static when the ship is moving, obviously you just get this, I mean the sky is moving and the landscape's moving, and it's crazy, and especially when you've got light like we've got now, things look pretty cool. Another morning on on board this cruise. Let's go and photograph the sunrise. Still get lost on the ship. You come onto the ship and you've been on it a few days and you still get lost. You still get confused where you are. Cruising into St. Kitts today, and I've just looked out the window and it looks quite mountainous. So I think the best place to be is going to be on the right hand side of the ship. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Oh, I wish I'd have got here about 20 minutes ago. Some early risers. There's a sunrise. So I've got B and C cameras, so doing a bit of B-roll, doing time lapse on both. So this on the phone, the front-facing camera of my phone is actually brilliant for time lapse, and I've got that at 14 times normal speed. And the time lapse here I am doing at intervals of 1 second, I think, and I've had that going for about 10 minutes. But we've been entering the port very slowly, so I don't think this time lapse will look. I don't know how it will look, because there's no cloud on that side, but the light is moving. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, well, that's the $1,000,000 question. Depends how expensive things are. If things are reasonable and we get a decent price, I think it might be quite cool to take an island tour today, because this island looks the best so far. It's volcanic, and what's not to like about a volcanic Caribbean island? Well, that's all the time lapses taken care of this morning. Got lots of video footage, and yeah, it's been a lovely sunrise over the hills over there to my right, and I'm really looking forward now to seeing a bit of the island. And yeah, like I say, if we can get a taxi ride then I think that'd be awesome. So let's crack on, go and get some breakfast.
But I just can't stand the pain. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. Know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. Know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it.
Taking a 2-hour tour, and our driver Elvis over here. Just wave, Elvis. There he is. So this is Freegate Bay? No, Freegate?
Just to left.
Freegate Bay?
Yeah, to make by that area.
This is the best view in St. Kitts?
Yeah, Timothy Hill.
Absolutely beautiful. Timothy Hill.
So on the Atlantic Sea and the Caribbean Sea simultaneously.
Amazing. So that's the Caribbean Sea that way?
Atlantic.
Atlantic?
Just to the right.
Caribbean.
Yes.
Amazing. So that was a fun afternoon, or fun morning I should say. I had a couple of hours driving around St. Kitts with our private driver. So I think one thing to mention is, if you are going to do some sort of taxi tour, if you find a private driver, they're more likely to give you a better deal, and you get a bit more of a personal kind of experience, because obviously you can talk to the driver and you can sit right up there in the front of the car. But if you go on one of those huge taxis, you know, where there's 20 odd people and you're in rows of 4, you won't get the same experience, and you probably pay the same price. So it just pays just to look a bit further. Don't be seduced by the first person you see, because it's easier. But anyway, so you're probably sick and tired of watching me just get taxis around Caribbean islands. So what I'm going to do, we've got a few days at sea now, and probably we'll pick up the vlogging again next, what's the next one? Dominican Republic, I think it is, which is in about 3 days' time. Yeah, a place called Amber Cove. No idea about anything about it, but yeah, I want to do something a little bit more adventurous, I think. So maybe that might include going for a hike or something, or... So yeah, yeah, who knows? So next time I see you, it will be in the Dominican Republic. So, you know what I'm going to say? Like, comment, subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Yep. You know the drill. There are worse problems in the world to have than not be able to take a photograph in 30-degree heat in November. I got a bucket of beer. I could be in trouble with our kid. I'll deal with that later.
When I realized